Hey guys, for me it's morning, so good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I am Victoria-Monique and I'm here to love you deeper into your magic, or to love you back into your magic. Or if you don't need any of that and you're just here to learn more about how to play the game of life, then you came to the right address. If you would like to work with me personally, you can do so, and the options are in the description. If you don't want any of that good stuff, it is all fine. You're super welcome. So before I go into today's video, I'm gonna take a sip of my delicious drink. Yeah. I look like morning. Don't you just love it? Okay, so I want to give my 50 cents on victimhood. Yesterday I was researching something for someone that I'm helping with specific person stuff. And I had the inspiration to go to a website and read some posts of someone that I used to like to read the posts of. And I want to start by saying, I'm not going to disclose this person's name, first of all. And I also want to start by saying that there is no right and no wrong. Everything, there's only and, there's no exclusion, there's only inclusion. There cannot be an exclusion because everything is part of this universe. Just like we, you and I, we cannot not exist. It's a given. When your physical body leaves this earth, you still exist. I still exist. Not in physical form, but so there are a couple of rules in the universe, and one of them is there is no exclusion, there's only inclusion. So because what I'm going to say now is that how when I was reading these posts, I was like, this doesn't feel good. And while at first I went again with this person because I know where they are coming from. And at the time, when I read them at the time, because years ago, I was myself in this situation, and I was reading these posts then, and I felt like, yes, they are right. I'm being a victim, and fuck that, and no, and all that comes with realizing that you're behaving like a victim. And yesterday I was reading it again and I thought, no, this doesn't make sense to me. First of all, it doesn't feel good, and now I know, and this is like, if there's anything you ever take from any of my videos, or maybe this is the only video you watch and you click away after hearing me say this forever, this is the only thing that I really want you to get, and the sun agrees. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't true. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what the world says. If it doesn't feel good, it is not true. Your feeling is your guidance system. That is the built-in compass that God, creation, the universe, Allah, Buddha, Kali, Lakshmi. Who do we have, guys? Who else do we have here? Rumpelstiltskin, what they gave us to navigate life on planet Earth. It's your feeling. Your feeling is your guidance system. So I was reading these posts, and while I could see where this person was coming from, I was like, no. It's not about jumping from victimhood to hero. It's about validating your feeling at that moment and loving yourself and holding yourself and understanding that where you are going through at that point in time is valid. Because when you push against something, it is just going to push back. I made a video about the subconscious, how the subconscious isn't against you. Because I also heard someone say, a YouTube coach, that the subconscious, when you have bad thoughts come up, it's your subconscious trying to keep you in a certain state, in a victim state, and it doesn't want you to grow or to whatever, get better. But that cannot be true. How can we be against ourselves? That doesn't make sense. We're here for ourselves. Everything is a learning experience. And I said before, there's no exclusion, there's only inclusion. So yeah, you can believe, if you want to believe that that's true, you can have it be true for you. But if everything is included, then why not choose to believe that it is not against you? Because we are not against ourselves. We are not. God always says yes. And if you don't like the word God, and I have an interesting relationship with the word. At times I can really feel like, oh yes, oh, God is an amazing word. And at times I'm like, too much, you know? So you can use any word for it. I don't mean it in the Christian sense. I mean it in the all that is creator sense. Yeah, God always says yes. The creator always says yes. If we want to believe our subconscious is against us, we can believe that. The universe, existence, it's all love. So it's is the word what would the word be? So while you can believe in hate, there is only love. And the universe, it's a safe and it's a loving universe. And you can believe in anything you want, and it says yes. But so the moral of the story is, if it doesn't feel good, it is not true. And it doesn't matter if it makes a lot of sense with the head. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't true. So I still have to talk to the person that I'm assisting with this specific person thing, because I'm still figuring some stuff out myself. And I'm so happy that I realized this, because I know that a lot of people watching me also read posts or listen to posts like this. Like, if you do this and that, you come from a victim mindset. And what if you just love challenges? Because we all came here for challenges. What if you just love to conquer and accomplish and do adventurous things and get and do things that everyone says are not possible? Because I know that I tick like that. Let me take a sip of my drink and look in bewilderment at my morning hair. What's going on here? Okay. Shit. Don't look at that, but that's probably like the pink elephant. You're just gonna stare at that. Me too, so I'm gonna look there so I won't stare at my hair. All right. God, my mama and my papa gave me curls, so this is what I gotta deal with. And I love it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, a different perspective to victimhood, because I believe that that's going to be the title of this video. I haven't made up my mind yet completely, but I believe it's going to be. So, a different perspective to victimhood. What if you just like challenges? And what if we took this off? So, with regard to specific people, yeah, if you have a specific person in mind that you're not dating yet, or you're already dating, I bet, because I know I do, like I have specific people all the time and had them all the time and got them all the time too and get them all the time. So, what if you just like challenges? What if you just like to prove to yourself that you can do what everyone says you cannot do? If you take a specific person out of the equation and you go to, oh, I remember this. I don't know how this would translate to English, but it was like, it was after high school. I went to do another school, and after that I wanted to go to university. And the dean, I think you call that person dean, Mr. Apple was his name. He might be still alive and he might be watching this. And if you're watching this, Buster, well, he actually pushed me to make it. But so he said to me, I had to come to him at one point during school years. And he said, what is it that you would like to do after this? And I said, oh, I want to go to university. And then he looked at me and he looked at my grades and he said, well, you have to be realistic. Before this, you only did, and at that time it was called MAFO, which is like one of the lowest forms of education, which judged people as not being the smartest cookies in the world. So I grew up believing that I was dumb. Believe me, I don't have that belief anymore. That's how I grew up, believing that I was dumb, I wasn't worthy because I am black. You know, all of these really interesting things that you get programmed into you when you grow up in a human society. And it's all part of the human game. So I don't mind. It made me who I am, and I love who I am. So in any case, you have to be realistic because you only have MAFO and you can never go to university. You just can't. I mean, come on, look at your grades. And I sat there and I felt this fire come up in me. And I looked at him and I said, whatever. And I left. And that moment lit a fire under my ass like no other. I was like, I'm gonna show you, motherfucker. So obviously, I did make it to university and I did finish it. And I wouldn't say it was easy. It was easy, but it wasn't. But that was for completely different reasons. Because I was still also working with the belief that I was dumb, unworthy, because black, blah, blah, blah. And I made it. I did it. Oh wow! Actually, when I think of it, it's a pretty cool story how everything came together, how all the help, how everyone and their mother was involved in me, because the hardest part for me was writing the thesis. And my thesis dude at the time, he just had a new baby, and the only thing that he was invested in and was thinking about was being with this baby and being a good father. So I think I could have flunked on my thesis, but he was just like, no, let's just get this over with. And in any case, redefining victimhood, that's what this is about. So what if you're not playing victim? What if you just like challenges? Because we came here, planet Earth, for challenges. Seth says this: You set your problems in the hope that you will solve them, not like millstones around your neck. And then the word problems is a bit like exaggerated to, yeah, in my opinion, but whatever. And so the gym, my God, the things that I am giving myself as goals in the gym, it's just it's my MO. I love challenges. I love them. I love conquering challenges. That's just how I roll. So, what if? What if you're not a victim? What if you're a warrior? What if you are a hero or heroine? What if? What if you just like to have a fucking amazing hero's journey? What if? Because that's life anyway. You're on a hero's journey. We're on a hero's journey. Heroin sounds so weird, right? Why is it called heroin? Now I mean the substance. Okay. Another sip. That piece of hair. Okay. So, I think I made my point. I'm going to read from no, this is too much. The Book of Life. Yes. Neville's fucking heavy 500 kilos. From Seed Time and Harvest, Chapter 9, A Mystical View. And with many such parables spake he the word unto them, as they were able to hear it. But without a parable spake he not unto them, and when they were alone, he expounded all things to his disciples. This collection of parables, which is called the Bible, is a revelation of truth expressed in symbolism to reveal the laws and purposes of the mind of man. As we become aware of deeper meanings in the parables than those which are usually assigned to them, we are apprehending them mystically. For example, let us take a mystical view of the advice given to the disciples in Matthew 10:10. We read that as the disciples were ready to teach and practice the great laws of mind, which had been revealed to them, they were told not to provide shoes for the journey. A disciple is one who disciplines his mind that he may consciously function and act on higher and higher levels of consciousness. The shoe was chosen as a symbol of vicarious atonement, or the spirit of, let me do it for you, because the shoe protects the wearer and shields him from impurities by taking them upon himself. The aim of the disciple is always to lead himself and others from the bondage of dependency into the liberty of the sons of God. Hence the advice, take no shoes. Accept no intermediary between yourself and God. Accept no intermediary between yourself and God. So your feelings, dudette, trust your feeling. Turn from all who would offer to do for you what you should do and could do far better yourself. Earth's crammed with heaven and every common bush afire with God. But only he who sees takes off his shoes. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Every time you exercise your imagination on behalf of another, be it good, bad, or indifferent, you have literally done that to Christ. for Christ is awakened human imagination. Through the wise and loving use of imagination, man clothes and feeds Christ, and through ignorant and fearful misuse of imagination, man disrobes and scourges Christ. Let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against your neighbor, is sound but negative advice. A man may stop misusing his imagination on the advice of a friend. He may be negatively served by the experience of others and learn not to imagine, but that is not enough. Such lack of use of the creative power of imagination could never clothe and feed Christ. The purple robe of the Son of God is woven, not by not imagining evil, but by imaging the good, by the active, voluntary, and loving use of imagination. Whatsoever things are of good rapport, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. King Solomon made himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon. He made the pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, the covering of it of purple, the midst thereof being paved with love. The first thing we notice is King Solomon made himself. That is what every man must eventually do. Make himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon. By chariot, the writer of this allegory means mind, in which stands the spirit of wisdom. Solomon, controlling the four functions of mind, that he may build a world of love and truth. And Joseph made ready his chariot and went up to meet Israel, his father. What tributaries follow him to Rome, to graze in captive bonds his chariot wheels? If man does not make himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon, then his will be like the Queen Mab's. She's the fairy's midwife. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut. That's not really nice to say, is it? The wood of Lebanon was the mystic's symbol of incorruptibility. To a mystic, it is obvious what King Solomon made himself. Silver typified knowledge, gold symbolized wisdom, and purple clothed or covered the incorruptible mind with the red of love and the blue of truth. And they clothed him with purple, incarnate, incorruptible, fourfold wisdom, clothed in purple, love and truth, the purpose of man's experience on earth. Love is the sage's stone. It takes gold from the clod, it turns naught into aught, transforms me into God. Okay, one more time. Love is the sage's stone. It takes gold from the clod. It turns naught into aught, transforms me into God. Angelus Silesius. Pretty cool. So that was chapter 9 from Seed Time and Harvest, A Mystical View. Okay, my dear dudes and dudettes, moral of this almost 25-minute long story. You know, everything is within you. Follow that guidance, follow that feeling. If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't matter what anyone else believes. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't true. Yeah? You're not a victim. You can never be a victim. You will always be a hero because you're here. Hello. Human life is not always a party. You're a hero. So if you want that thing, that person, that job, that whatever it is, you're not being a victim. You love challenges. And I say, go for it. So, this was it. I will see you in the next. Peace.